We are the group 3, and we are going to discuss the Aristotle-Nicomachean Ethics and the goal of good life. Aristotle-Nicomachean Ethics and the goal of good life. Aristotle-Nicomachean Ethics is a philosophical work that explores the concept of the good life and how to achieve it. According to Aristotle, the goal of good life is eudaimonia, which is often translated as happiness or flourishing. However, eudaimonia is not simply a fleeting feeling of pleasure, but rather a state of well-being, the fulfillment that comes from living a virtuous and meaningful life. In Nicomachean Ethics, Aristotle argues that the good life is achieved through the cultivation of virtues. Virtues are qualities of character that enable individuals to act in accordance with reason and to live a morally good life. Aristotle identifies several virtues including courage, temperance, generosity, and justice. Among others, a key aspect of Aristotle's ethical philosophy is the idea of mean. Virtue, according to Aristotle, lies between extremes. For example, courage is the mean between recklessness and cowardice. Temperance is the mean between excess and deficiency. By finding the balance between extremes, individuals can develop virtuous habits and lead a good life. It is important to note that Aristotle's concept is the good life is not solely focused on individual happiness but also includes the well-being of the community. Aristotle believed that humans are social beings and living in a harmonious society and essential for the good life. Overall, Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics provide a comprehensive framework and understanding the goal of the good life and how to achieve it through cultivation and virtues and living in accordance with reasons and moral principles. In Nicomachean Ethics, Aristotle addresses fundamental questions about living a good life. Aristotle eudaimonia, often translated as happiness or well-being. It is the goal of human existence. Happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. In the Nicomachean Ethics, Aristotle proposed that humans are social, rational animals who seek to live well. To that end, he proposed a system of ethics designed to help us reach eudaimonia, a Greek word that means living well or flourishing. The Nicomachean Ethics is one of Aristotle's most widely read and influential works. Ideas central to ethics that happiness is the end of human endeavor. The moral virtue is formed through action and habituation, and the good action requires prudence, found their most powerful proponent in the person medieval scholars and simply called the philosopher. Drawing on their intimate knowledge of Aristotle, though Robert C. Bartlett and Susan D. Collins have produced here an English language translation of the Ethics that is a remarkably faithful to the original as it is graceful in its rendering. Aristotle is well known for the precision with which he chooses his word and in this elegant translation. His work has found its idea much. Bartlett and Collins provide capus notes and a glossary providing context and further explanation for a student as well as an introduction and a substantial interpretive essay that sketch central arguments of the work and the seminal place of Aristotle ethicism, ethics in his political philosophy as a whole.
Eudaimonia, happiness in Aristotle's ethical philosophy, represent the ultimate goal of human life, a state of flourishing and fulfillment, achieved through the cultivation of virtues and the pursuit of excellence. It encompasses not only fleeting feelings of pleasure but also the realization of one's potential and the attainment of true happiness through virtuous living.
So, hello everyone. We're discussing the eudaimonia, the ultimate good, the ultimate happiness. Aristotle first recognized that happiness is the ultimate good. All others goods are intermediate, while happiness is final. We pursue other goods to achieve happiness, but happiness is valuable in itself. Eudaimonians means happiness and composed of two parts. Eu means well or good, and daimon means divinity, spirit, soul, and self. To be eudaimon is therefore to be living in a way that is well favored by a God. So according to Aristotle, moral virtue is the only practical road to effective action. What the person of good character loves with right desire and thinks and end with right reason must first to be perceived as beautiful. Is not attainable for anyone because it founded on a set of ideas and ideals that are unique and individual to each person. A happy life is one live according to reason, either by expending a life in contemplation of things that do not change, like mathematics or astronomy, or living practical life or of virtue.
Aristotle tripartile of soul. Aristotle's theory of the soul divides living being in three parts: the vegetative aspect, the sensitive aspect, and the rational. The vegetative aspect, found in plants, animals, and humans, is responsible for basic life functions like growth and reproduction. It provides the foundation for vitality in all organisms. The sensitive aspect, present in non-human animals and humans, introduce complexity with responses to the environment, pleasure, pain, and emotions. And lastly, the rational distinguishes humans with the capacity for abstract thinking and rational decision making.
Aristotle tripartile of soul: vegetative, nutritive, common to all organisms regardless of types, and involves the power for self-nutrition, reproduction, and growth. Sensitive, capacity for movement and decision making. We share this element with animals. Rational, expresses our unique function as human beings.
Plants vegetative soul, animals sensitive soul, humans rational soul. The rational soul is unique to humans in and is responsible for reasoning, thinking, and decision making. It enables humans to contemplate abstract concepts and engage in logical thought processes. The irrational soul is further divided into the vegetative and sensitive soul. The vegetative soul is responsible for basic life functions such as growth, nutrition, and reproduction. The sensitive soul allows animals to perceive and respond to their environment through senses like sight, hearing, touch, and taste and smell. Aristotle, tripartite soul. Rationality is our guide in life, and only if we are fully rational can we reach our potential. Rational activity is not only thinking in the sense of calculating, it also includes practical reasoning and planning for the future, helping us to make right decisions. eudaimonia consists of excellence, rational activity, the most perfect part of the soul.